Hello there, welcome to Who Watched It. Daleks In Colour was your homework last week. I watched this in one go. I watched it with my wife, Rachel. And it felt really special watching it on the actual 60th anniversary of Doctor Who as well. I'd worked that evening, got home, put it on, stayed up past midnight watching it. Um, so let's break it down into sections. Colour first. So I remember, obviously, let's remember it was monochrome, and we've just watched the 7 episodes in our Who Watched It series. I was impressed, and I'm comparing it to things like in the 80s, like the Laurel and Hardy colorizations. I don't know if you've ever seen them. I mean, they were obviously shot in black and white, and they weren't clever at all. I thought they did a really good job with the colorization. I know I've read different things, some not so keen, but do let me know in the comments what you think of the colorization. New background music. So Mark Ayres has added new music for 2023. I think, if I'm being honest, it was perhaps a bit intrusive at times. I don't know about the heist music, which was whilst Ian was in the Dalek and they were trying to escape. Tristan Carey's music can't really be heard that much anymore. Maybe it was just me and the TV I was watching on, but it certainly overlaps that. But again, do let me know what you think in the comments. As for new special effects, I noticed there was new shots from the perspective of the Daleks. There was new laser beams. I noticed that towards the end. Other shots I noticed where the Daleks are watching activity on a monitor, the activity going on in the forest. I think they were new as well. As for the plot, well, it had been slightly changed from the original. So this time, a neutron bomb is about to go off. And obviously, in the original 7-part story, the neutron bomb is going to take too long to make. So they plan to use radiation from their reactors instead. So obviously, they've got new lines recorded to kind of fit within this new storyline. I think it was a little bit frustrating that they changed the plot, but maybe that was me. As for the pace, well, I thought it felt very rushed, let's be honest. You're trying to condense something that was 175 minutes down to 75. It felt rushed at times. Mentioning episode 4 again, where Ian's in the Dalek and they're trying to escape, that I know it's just perception, but that felt ridiculously rushed. It was like, Doctor Who on speed at that moment in time. And there wasn't much backstory left about the Thals. It certainly could have been, I think, 15 minutes longer. 90 minutes, if you're going to condense it down, I think would have been a better length to aim for. But I appreciate there's a budget, I appreciate there's a cost, and also this probably they have an idea of what a modern audience will watch as well. But having said all this, I thought it was a great ending with the colour clips of the other monochrome stories, and there on November the 23rd, 2023, we got to see the Daleks in colour. Of course, maybe the original plans. Obviously, we've now had the rights to An Unearthly Child. Would we have had that one? Who knows? There's rumours that the next one could be the War Games next year. It looks like there will be another one next year. The War Games, I've read in one article. And it would be great to see a Troughton story in colour. I think it would be absolutely fantastic. As I say, the other thing, though, to go in its favour, my 7-year-old was on a school trip last week. He came home and watched it straight away from start to finish, did Arthur. So do you know what? That's the audience that they're aiming for with this. And Arthur absolutely loved it. And yet he kind of gave up on the black and white one. So if it attracts, the young generation to the Hartnell and Troughton stories, then you know what? It's there alongside the black and white episodes, then you know what? It's not a bad thing really, is it? And we'll have all left different bits in and taken different bits out. There is we're all going to have a difference of opinion on that. But as I say, do let me know what your feedback on the on the Daleks in Colour is. I noticed it's not available for as long as the other Doctor Who archive episodes. It looks like it's going to be on there for a year, not the 5 years like the other episodes we've seen so far, but maybe that will change in time. Your homework, though, for next week is is slightly different. We're going to go audio for 1 week only and listen to Marco Polo. So, of course, this is one of the first lost story that we come across, and it's lost entirely. So your 3 episodes, The Roof of the World, The Singing Sands, and then 500 Eyes. Now, the reason we're going to do this is obviously it's the next story that follows on. But I've noticed on the expiry dates on BBC Sounds that these episodes are only going to be around for about 5 months or so, which takes us to kind of April 2024. So if we're going to listen to them, then my advice is to listen to them now before you forget. But they're not on there permanently. It's 5 months seems to be the expiry date. So your homework for next week is to listen to episodes 1 to 3 of Marco Polo, and we'll do an audio special next week. Right, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back with more Who Watched It next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Bye-bye.